What's up, everybody? CHM Carnivores here. I thought I'd do a little bonus round to the May 2023 Carnivorous plant collection and just show you this is my temporary holding area. I'm waiting to get a new grow light, but I wanted to talk through some of the oddities, the odds and ends that I have here. Now, what you see over here are what's called Drosera capensis. Funny thing is, I have admittedly not cared for these things as much as I should. They've sort of been off on their own. I haven't been fertilizing them, but just to give you an idea, I've owned them probably maybe a year and have not fertilized them, haven't done anything, and I only bought one. So everything you see here plus more all came from one plant, which is pretty insane. I did buy some seed, so that helps out quite a bit. But there's two different types here. There's Alba, which is an all-white version, and then the regular Drosera capensis that you would see. Yeah, so these plants are really, really cool. I highly recommend them for any sort of new grower or any grower. Really, they're one of the few. I'm so used to talking about Nepenthes. They're one of the few carnivorous plants that will actually move. So these don't go nearly as fast as Venus flytraps, but if you put like a bug on there, they get caught on these little paddles here, and that dew is actually a sticky substance that keeps the fly or insect trapped, and those tendrils will actually wrap around the prey. It's pretty cool. It doesn't go nearly as fast as a Venus flytrap, and so it could take several hours. But when you come back, the insect will be completely wrapped around the tendril. So that's really cool. The other thing that's really neat about them is they flower profusely, and they get these very long stalks. This is just another really cool example of evolution at work. So the stalks are exaggeratively long, and the reason why it does that is it doesn't want the prey that it goes for the flowers, or excuse me, the insects that go for the flowers to get involved with the prey, which is interesting with this one because it doesn't need anything to pollinate it. It self-pollinates, which is why it propagates so profusely, and it flowers multiple stalks at a time, and each of these little flowers will have hundreds and hundreds of seeds in them. So this one pod alone, when it dries out, can produce thousands of seeds, and the strike rate on them is very, very high. So given the right conditions, they will go crazy, and I will show you what I'm talking about here near the end of this video and show you what that looks like. But amazing plants. I recommend anybody get into them. There are some Utricularia in there as well that have seen better days, but I'm going to bring them back. So Utricularia are really cool. They're a carnivorous plant, but the carnivory happens below the soil, which is really quite special. Over here, well, then here we have Drosera spatulata. Just another example. These grow spatulate leaves, as you can see. These are just the same. They will they don't wrap around their prey nearly as much as capensis, but what they'll do is they do wrap a little bit, but those paddle shaped leaves help them quite a bit. And as you can see from all the dead stalks, they flower profusely as well and will produce a lot of seeds. Now, the other way that you can propagate these very easily is by taking cuttings and putting them in water, or simply putting them on a damp soil. They will grow multiple new plants off of those cuttings. Not necessarily necessary, because they will absolutely, the seeds alone will give you more than you know what to do with. Here's just some more. This is a really cool one. It looks horrible, but this is its growing style. This is called Drosera madagascariensis, and it grows these very, very, very long, sort of windy tendril, if you will, and only the tip really is alive, and the rest of it just sort of grows. Doesn't look the best, but that's just a neat kind of version. I've got some pygmy sundews in here that have grown. I find that I don't do very well with pygmy sundews. Pygmies need dormancy, and I just don't have the ability to provide dormancy. The other thing is, and I want to show this eventually to you guys, is I do have some too. These are just some Venus flytraps that I saved from big box stores. They look terrible, and the reason why they look terrible, so here's a helpful hint. If you want your Venus flytraps to look really good and full, don't let them flower. If they flower, they put all their energy into that, so you get these really messed up, really small traps. The reason why I let them flower is you can actually propagate these using the same flowers, and I'll show that in a video once they flower. You rub two together at the right time, and you get little babies, which I've done and continue to do, and we'll get those to grow out. But for the most part, I'm putting more effort into these. I've kind of let them go by the wayside, which is unfortunate, and so I'm looking to bring them back. And then last but not least, I want to go ahead and show you this. So that one flower stalk, so a flower stalk like this can produce a seed yield like this. And so it's a very, very, very rewarding plant to grow. This is Drosera capensis. I highly recommend Drosera to any collectors, but specifically for those beginning who are wanting to learn a lot about carnivorous plants. They just do, they're so easy to care for. They're so bulletproof, and they just get, they'll just yield some amazing results. They can handle, so I have them in just 100% peat moss. There might be a little bit of perlite in here just over the time. So I basically use the leftover soil that I have for them. Now, if they were very healthy, so you can see here, these aren't too healthy. If I can get it to focus, see how they don't have any of that dew on them. These that are closer to light have a lot of dew. Drosera do like a lot of light, and so the lighting that I have right now is not enough to get them to grow profusely, but it will sustain them for now. They do like a lot of light. You want to make sure you, so if you have them outside, make sure you have a cover. They will get washed up pretty bad if they get hit with a lot of rain. And what I do is just leave about 1 inch of water in the bottom, not even that much, to be honest with you. And as long as the soil stays moist, they're good to go. Super, super, super easy to grow, very rewarding. If I was to have given these things the proper care that they need, this collection would be 4 times the size. They grow very, very profusely, very fast. Their strike rate is very high. I highly recommend them to anybody. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is the little bonus round of these. Yeah, have a great day, everybody. It's great talking with you. See you soon. Bye-bye.